This weekend, we're cooking 2 identical briskets on 2 identical smokers, 1 prime, 1 choice. Let's get it trimmed up and let's see what it do. Now the goal with this brisket cook is to check out the snake method performance with the 2 different variations of B&B briquettes that they have on the market, making an X pattern in the bag. So we save all the juices right there, and that's where I'm gonna put all my scraps. This discolored portion right here, we got a lot of trimming to do when it comes to this part. You can see right here. Take this down a little bit. The flat right here is very uneven. We're trying to come in a little bit so we can get the flat to be a little bit more even. And I prefer when my brisket's done cooking, I have the amount of fat that's on there, it's rendered properly enough where people can enjoy the fat and the lean part of the brisket, you know, equally. Thickness of the fat from left to right on this brisket is different, okay? So don't just trim across like you think it's a level playing field. It's not. So I do like to hear from you guys what you think and what your process is. There you go. Now for the prime, it's the same procedure. This piece of silver skin off right here. A lot of this fat we're gonna get rid of right here. There you have it. This beef rub from my friend Chris over at Best Friends Barbecue. We're gonna use this on the prime brisket. Fat does not absorb the salt, right? It's gonna stay on there, so you don't wanna be too heavy on here. But right here, where you have meat exposed, you wanna hit it a little harder. 1 down. And then on the choice, this is my new rub that's coming out. We're working on that right now. This is called the barbecue glitter and a little bit of the Blaxican fajita seasoning. We're gonna do a combination. This is like heavy salt and pepper, so light sprinkle, and then this is the main flavor. Now we're gonna season these briskets up and have them sit in the refrigerator so that they can dry brine. Later on, we're gonna cook them after about 12 hours sitting with the rub on it. Now the seasoning that we put on both these rubs are 2 different colors, 2 different styles, different textures. So now that both kettles are lit, we have 8 briquettes started. We're gonna give this about 45 minutes to an hour. We're gonna see where the temps land. So we have the snake method set up, both with 68 briquettes each, and we have hickory wood chunks put almost the entire way around the snake method. Now you might wonder, why do I put so much wood? And the truth is, I don't know for a fact when my brisket will stop taking on smoke, and because I'm not gonna wrap my brisket during the cook, I put as much wood for smoke as I can. I'm gonna go get the briskets out of the refrigerator. I go straight from the fridge right to the grill. Cold briskets are gonna take on more smoke for a longer period of time, thus improving their flavor. So you'll see salt where there's fat, because the fat is not gonna absorb the salt, but wherever the meat is, no salt at all. When I'm putting my brisket on the Weber kettle, I'm always gonna go fat side down, and I wanna place the flat in between the gap where there's no charcoal. The heat is burning away from the flat and going towards the point. This needs more heat, this can take more heat, so we want it to go towards that way, away from the flat. See where my fire is? That is where you want your thermometer. And this is gonna draw the heat and smoke across the meat. Right now, we just added the meat, just opened the grill. both temperatures are going to be saying something different. So we need to give them a little bit of time to just kind of even out. Stay tuned. So right now it's been an hour. Both grills are humming nicely. Good clean smoke between 250 and 300. I'm gonna just go night night and let these things do their thing. We're gonna give it 6 hours unbothered. Now the snake with the new briquettes is burning a little bit hotter, so it's burned more briquettes. Right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut the bottom vents down halfway to kind of cut back that heat. The old briquettes still running smoothly, locked in at 250, 275 on the lid, so don't need to mess with that. So right now they are performing just about even. 7 hours of total cook time. We can see what the bark is looking like right now. Both these briskets are probing tender. The prime, which finished about 30 to 45 minutes ago, is already in the oven on keep warm. The choice is ready to come off. The flat is probing at about 195, 197. We're gonna stick that in the oven, put it on keep warm for the rest of the afternoon until we're ready to eat. That's gonna give us about a 6 hour rest. So right now, both briskets are done. One was seasoned with the beef rub from Best Friends Barbecue. The other was seasoned with the Blaxican fajita seasoning and a little bit of my barbecue glitter. As you can see right now, both grills finished at the same time. Both burned all the way until they were 180 degrees in the grill itself. Actually, it is very impressive that the newer briquettes finished the exact same time as the old briquettes, even though they were burning a little bit hotter. Next time when I cook with those, I will have to close down my intake and exhaust earlier in the cook because they do seem to burn a little hotter, but they still last the same amount of time. Thanks to B&B for sponsoring this experiment right here, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next cook. Follow for more, y'all.